Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Marco. Today I made this video for those of you who are planning to travel to Hong Kong. This itinerary is part of a larger route that includes Macau and Shenzhen in China. If you are considering to add Macau and Shenzhen in China to your trip, please check my other videos. I use Google Maps to show you the different routes. This video includes Hong Kong, KOWLOON, LANTAU, Tai-O, LAMMA, Po Toi, CHEUNG, STANLEY, the New Territories, Causeway Bay, Central and Victoria Peak. You will probably land at Hong Kong International Airport. You can take the Airport Express train to reach the city in just 24 minutes. The city has a great transport network. You can use tramways, underground, ferries, buses and taxis.
Please mind the gap.
Just like in London, you have to mind the gap in Hong Kong too. We booked a very nice hotel with a great view over the bay. The first thing that comes to mind when one thinks about Hong Kong is the skyscrapers. But Hong Kong is not all about skyscrapers. There is a lot to discover as to history and nature. Hong Kong was established as a colony of the British Empire after the Qing Empire ceded Hong Kong Island. That happened between 1841 and 1842. The colony expanded to the Kowloon Peninsula in 1860 after the Second Opium War. Once in the city, you will have to get used to a different way to reach places. Elevated walkways are quite common to connect buildings. Underground stations are often connected to surrounding towers. A great place to start exploring Hong Kong is Central Mid-Levels Escalator. It is the longest outdoor covered escalator system in the world that is 800 meters long and reaches an elevation of over 135 meters. With the escalator, you can reach the Jamia Mosque, for example. That's the oldest mosque in Hong Kong. From Hollywood Road, you can reach the MACAU Temple. It is a temple for the worship of the civil and literature god Mantai and the martial god Motai. Hong Kong is a city full of colors. Enjoy the shopping at the local shops. When you reach Central, you cannot miss the Bank of China Tower. It is a skyscraper located at First Garden Road. Nearby, you can see also the Lippo Towers. You should take the chance to visit the HSBC building in the inside. In Central, you can also see historical buildings such as the Court of Final Appeal building, also known as the Old Supreme Court building. From Garden Road, you can take the Peak Tram to Victoria Peak. The Peak Tram is a funicular which was opened for public service in May 1888 by the then Governor, Sir George William Defoe. As built, the line uses a static steam engine to power the haulage cable. Once you reach the peak, you can enjoy beautiful views. I recommend to go there in the evening. At the top, there is also a restaurant where you can get some food. If you are there at 8 p.m., you can enjoy the Symphony of Lights. It is the largest permanent light show in the world and is one of the must-see for visitors to Hong Kong. In the tramway station, there is an area where you can see old pictures and read about the history of the tramway. After you take the tramway back to Central, you can see the Bank of China building at night. You shouldn't miss the opportunity to take one of the famous double-decker trams. KOWLOON is another must-see if you are in Hong Kong. Kowloon has a very interesting history. Kowloon Walled City was a densely populated and largely ungoverned enclave of China within the boundaries of Kowloon City, British Hong Kong. The quality of life in the walled city remained far behind the rest of Hong Kong. For this reason, both the Chinese and the British government, in a joint declaration in 1984, decided to start demolition of the walled city. Another top site in Kowloon is the Avenue of Stars. It is modeled on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It is an avenue located along the Victoria Harbour waterfront. You can't leave Kowloon without seeing the clock tower. It is a landmark for Hong Kong. It is located on the southern shore of Kowloon. Enjoy walking around Kowloon. There are many things to see, including temples. Before we left Kowloon, we went for dinner to the AQUA restaurant. Dinner was a little expensive, but the views are unbeatable. If you decide to go eat there, it's better to book in advance. It's another perspective to see Hong Kong from Kowloon. The day after, we took a speedboat to Macau. I will upload the Macau itinerary on a separate video. You can see Rome and Amsterdam in Macau. If you have time when you are in Hong Kong, you should visit CHEUNG Island. CHEUNG literally means Long Island. It is an island 10 kilometers away from Hong Kong. It is nicknamed the Dumbbell Island due to its shape. It has a population of just above 22,000 inhabitants. To go around the island, it is easy to rent a bike. One of the top sites of CHEUNG is the Pak Tai Temple, also known as Yuk Hui Temple. It is a Taoist temple located at the Pak Shi Street. You should also take some time to walk around the harbor. Another must-see is the Cheung Po Tsai Cave. It's a natural cave where, according to the legend, the famous Guangdong pirate Cheung Po Tsai kept his treasures. The cave is about 10 meters deep and 88 meters long from the entrance to the exit. The inside is dark and narrow, and the ground is slippery and uneven. If the weather allows, before going back to Hong Kong, you can also visit the Tung Wan Beach. If you take the ferry back to Hong Kong when it's dark, you will have the chance to see the beautiful skyline at night. For dinner, we had one of the most delicious Chinese food ever at the local restaurant. And we enjoyed the tramway ride. The day after, we visited Shenzhen in China. Please check the Macau and China itinerary video for more information. It doesn't really matter if it's sunny or if it rains. The atmosphere in Hong Kong is just unbeatable. Another must-see is the Happy Valley Racecourse. The Happy Valley Racecourse is one of the two racecourses in Hong Kong. It was first built in 1845 to provide horse racing for the British people in Hong Kong. Visit one of the many huge shopping malls in Hong Kong. In this one, they had human-sized Lego houses and buildings. Another island you should definitely consider visiting is Lantau Island. You can reach Lantau from Hong Kong with buses or trains, but the prettiest way is with a ferry. You should take a ferry from Hong Kong to Tang Chang, and from Tang Chang you can take the cable car to Gong Ping. Do you recognize this place? Yeah, that's right, that's where you landed. The ride can get a bit bumpy if it's windy, but the views are worth it. The construction of the cable car started in 2004 and it opened in 2006. From the cable car you can already spot one of the major attractions, the Big Buddha. Once you are in Gong Ping, you can take a break and have lunch there. The Big Buddha is a large bronze statue completed in 1993. The statue's base is a model of the altar of heaven and earthly mount of Tian Tan, the Temple of Heaven in Beijing. The statue is located near KOWLOON Monastery and symbolizes the harmonious relationship between man and nature, people and faith. It is a major center of Buddhism in Hong Kong. The Big Buddha is 34 meters tall and weighs over 250 metric tons. It was constructed from 202 bronze pieces. The Buddha's right hand is raised, representing the removal of affliction, while the left hand rests on the lap in a gesture of generosity. Another of the top sites there is the KOWLOON Monastery. The monastery was founded in 1906 by 3 monks visiting the Jiangsu province of the Chinese mainland and was initially known as simply the Big Hut, Tai Mao Pung. It was renamed in 1924 to its present name. The main temple houses 3 bronze statues of the Buddha, representing his past, present, and future lives. From the monastery, you can take the cable car and the bus, or a taxi, to Tai O. Tai O is a fishing town located on an island with the same name on the western side of LANTAU. From there, a boat excursion is probably the best way to tour around and experience the most authentic flavors of the oldest fishing village. The village is also known as the Venice of Hong Kong. The route is quite scenic. The stilt houses there are called pang huts. Once outside the village, the boat gets a bit faster. Unfortunately, currently, the fishing lifestyle is dying out. Despite its small size, the village supports a fair-sized market. In Tai O, it is also common to see salted egg yolks drying in the sun. There are a lot of mangroves growing around the area. You will also see the Tai O Heritage Hotel. It is a colonial-style parlour which represents the architecture charm of the late 19th century. After getting back from Lantau, we went to enjoy the Hong Kong nightlife. A new day, a new island. LAMMA Island is also known as Y Island or Pok Liu Chau, or simply Pok Liu. It is the 3rd largest island in Hong Kong. You can reach LAMMA Island by boat from Hong Kong Central Pier. If you enjoy hiking, there are a lot of trails around the island. LAMMA has an estimated population of about 6,000 people. The island has significant Western and international population. It has a reputation for alternative lifestyle, hippies and relaxed attitude. If you are in LAMMA, you should go to Lo Shing Beach. The beach has barbecue pits and it's managed by the Leisure and Cultural Services Department of Hong Kong government. As the beach is far from both of the ferry piers on LAMMA Island, it is particularly quiet. There are a few temples on LAMMA dedicated to Tin Hau, the goddess of the sea. Sok Kwa Wan Tin Hau Temple is one of them, and it has a display of an oar fish. In the evening, we went to visit the Temple Street Night Market in KOWLOON. The day after, we decided to go visit the picturesque island of Po Toi. Po Toi is less touristic and it's not so easy to reach. You will need to take a bus to Stanley and from there you can take ferry to Po Toi. Ferries leave only once per day. From Stanley Plaza, head through the shopping mall towards Murray House. The Po Toi ferry departs from Stanley Blake Pier with a travel time of about 30 minutes. If you are there early before you take the ferry to Po Toi, you should have a look around Stanley. For example, you can visit the Tin Hau Temple. You can enjoy really nice views from the ferry. Po Toi is the main island of the Po Toi Islands and the southernmost island of Hong Kong with an area of 3.69 square kilometers. Historically, the island had a maximum of about 1,000 fishermen and farmers. Po Toi is also an important birding hotspot in Hong Kong with over 350 species recorded. There is a 4-kilometer trail that you can walk in about 2.5 hours. You will go from the Po Toi Pier to Ngau Wu Teng Pavilion. The next stop on the trail will be the Monk Rock. After that, you will reach Nam Kok Tsui Lighthouse and Gold Panning Cliff. Finally, we will see the rock carvings. As it started raining, we found a dry place in front of the Po Toi school. Eventually, soaking wet, we managed to reach the area around the pier and we went for a drink at a local bar that had toilet paper as napkins. Just by chance, we saw the Aqualuna at the pier and we decided to take the Aqualuna instead of the ferry to go back to Hong Kong. The Aqualuna, known in Cantonese as CHEUNG or Tsai, is a Chinese junk operating in Victoria Harbour, Hong Kong. It was launched in 2006. The AQUA was built from scratch using traditional shipbuilding methods under the supervision of a 73-year-old shipbuilder. It is a much more comfortable way to reach Hong Kong via sea. The ship is used for pleasure cruises around Victoria Harbour, Hong Kong. We stopped at Sit Sham Tsui, Central, Wan Chai and Hang Hom during the day and Central and Tsin Sha Tsui in the evening. It is also used for day tours to Stanley's on weekend only. Look at the amazing skyline. If you do not feel like taking the AQUA, you can still go to Central and take picture of it both during the day and at night. It is definitely a great spot for pictures with the Hong Kong skyline in the background. And now back to Hong Kong for a great meal and to enjoy the nightlife. If you are interested in Hong Kong nightlife, the most popular areas are Lang Kwai Fong and Soho. In these areas there are many taxis, so don't worry, if you had too much drink you don't need to take the public transport. The day after we decided to go back to Lantau for some hiking. There are very nice trails starting from Tai O. One of them is called Tang Ho Ancient Trail. If you can, try to walk this trail during a weekday, as Tai Ho Hiking Trail is busy on weekends and holidays. You can also visit the Han Ching Temple. It is right in front of this beautiful beach where you can sit and relax. You can spend some time at Cheung Sha Beach. When you are in Hong Kong, do not miss the International Final Center. The views from there are amazing. Another of the top sites in Hong Kong is St. John's Cathedral. The church was consecrated in 1852. It has been declared Monument of Hong Kong. For some relax, spend some time at the Botanical Gardens. You shouldn't leave Hong Kong without visiting the harbour at Causeway Bay. Causeway Bay is located at the eastern end of Wan Chai district and the western end of the eastern district. It includes Sing Fung Street, Causeway Bay Market, the Victoria Park, the Police Officer Club, the Queen's College and Hong Kong Central Library. Causeway Bay's history as a shopping district dates back to 1960, when Daimaru, a Japanese-style department store, opened its first shop there. Here are some views from the Central Plaza. Central Plaza is a 78-story skyscraper completed in August 1992. It was the tallest reinforced concrete building in the world until it was surpassed by the CITIC Plaza in Guangzhou. In Hong Kong, you should try one of the famous desserts. There are so many. The egg waffles, the steamed milk pudding, the red bean soup, or the durian pancake. One of my favorite sites in Hong Kong New Territories is the 10,000 Buddhas Monastery. The 10,000 Buddhas Monastery is a mid-20th century Buddhist temple located in Sha Tin. The construction of the temple began in 1951 and the structure was finished in 6 years. The 10,000 Buddhas Monastery is located on a hillside in Pai Tao village and is accessible by stairwell shared with monkeys, consisting of 431 steep steps. These are surrounded on both sides by statues of arhats, the Buddhist equivalent of saints who have achieved enlightenment. In total, there are close to 13,000 Buddha statues at the monastery. Here, a nice monkey showing us the way. The monastery has been featured in films and television series over the years. Due to their historic significance, the main temple and the pagoda of the 10,000 Buddhas are listed as historic buildings. When you are in the area, you shouldn't miss the New Territories Heritage Museum. The museum has been designed to provide comprehensive exhibitions on history, art and culture. It has a number of interactive exhibitions and programs. It also houses a cafe and a museum shop. Once you are back from the New Territories in Kowloon, you can go for tea at the International Commerce Center. The International Commerce Center is a 108-story super tall skyscraper. As of April 2023, it is the world's 10th tallest building by number of floors. This is how the International Commerce Center looks from below. Time has come to go back home. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. This will help this channel to grow. I will upload a video on Shenzhen and Macau on the Itineraries playlist. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.